Figure 13.5 shows the symbol of common circuit elements and electric circuit shown in 13.6 is drawn using the symbols. Now, when you see bulb is not glowing, then now you can able to say that current is not flowing through the circuit. That's why bulb are not glowing. Bulb is not glowing. But when you see the structure of bulb, there is a filament placed into it, and if filament is broken, then bulb is not glowing. Okay, so this is all about figure 13.5, 13.6. Let us move to another topic, which is conductors and insulators. Very simple. We know that there are so many materials around us, and those materials in which current or electric current passes into it are said to be conductor, and those in which electric current are not able to pass or enter, they are said to be insulators. Conducting substances are always coated with non-conducting materials. Obviously, when you see any applicants like pressure cooker, the handle of pressure cooker is made up of plastic, because plastic is bad conductor of heat. Okay, and pressure cooker is made up of aluminum or copper. Okay, so when you see plug of electric fan, TV, they are also made up of plastic. When you see wire, wire is also coating with plastics. Both conductors and insulators are important in using electricity. Whenever we want to make a circuit to use electric current in some ways, for example, to light a bulb, run a fan, work an oven, or running a washing machine, we use wires made up of metal such as copper, aluminum, and which are good conductors. However, we cannot use bare wires as it won't be dangerous. A bare wires carrying current can give you electric shock, because human body is also a conductor, good conductor. Therefore, wires are always coated with an insulating material such as plastics. You could also have noticed that outer covering of switch, regulator, fan, plug, sockets are made up of insulating material such as plastic or bakelite. This saves you from getting electric shock. The electricity used at home is generated by large generators far away from the city, and it is brought to our houses using thick wires. You should never do any experiment with the electricity used at home, as this can be very dangerous. So, there is a place where electric current can generated, where we where electricity is generated and then it come to our homes. It is very necessary to understand to you all. Please don't do any experiment at home related to electric current because it is very dangerous for you. Let us move to another topic, which is electric cell. The electric cell that is normally used in torch and the other electrical applications is known as dry cell. There are many types of cell are used in different are used for different purpose. Cell produces electric energy from the chemicals stored inside it. A dry cell, when connected to a closed circuit, causes electric current to flow through the circuit, and a dry cell is therefore source of electrical energy. Most applicants use between 2 and 4 such cells. A dry cell has two ends or terminals. The end of the cell that has a small circular metal cap is positive terminals, and the end of a flat metal plate is the negative terminals. Means a dry cell consists of two end, one end positive and second is negative. If you want to connect all these dry cell in a circuit, or you want to electric current to flow from positive to negative terminals through it, you have to place dry cell by that arrangement, positive to negative, then electric current flow. The dry cell can be supply current in a circuit for a certain time. After time its chemicals are exhausted and it cannot be used anymore. Okay, so once its chemicals are exhausted, then these cells are become useless. Okay, we cannot use it. Okay, in next lecture we will discuss about some other types of cell battery. Okay, for today make notes, read this chapter carefully. Whatever I will give you homework on website, please do. Remember each and every question answer, and please focus on reading of books. Thank you.